Hi guys, I'm back. As you can tell, if you checked out my video, I don't know if this one will come out before that one because I have made a few videos today. So I wanted to take you along with me while I calibrate my new my fruit saver steamer. It looks like this. I may throw a picture of a color picture of it probably somewhere in the video. But what we're going to do is we're going to actually calibrate it. I've never used it, and the instruction manual says that it's important for you to calibrate your steamer, your steam canner, before you actually use it to steam for the first time or can for the first time. So we're going to try this. Again, I've never did it before. So this is a how-to calibrate your fruit saver steam canner. And this is by Roots and Branches. So the first step, well, let's see. The first step is we're going to fill 4 quart-sized jars. So I actually have that prepped up because I didn't want to have to go through those steps to do that. I do want to make it as fast as possible, guys. So this is where we're at, and I'm going to put you up here so you can at least see me, and then I will show you the stove. Oh yeah, I got my head cut off. And maybe I need to move you a little bit somewhere else. So let's see. We're going to put you down here. Okay. Let me see if I need to turn the light on, if that'll make a difference. A little bit. Okay, so, and I am reading through the guide. Again, this is what we're going to do today. It's more of a how-to. I did not check myself to see if they had a version on YouTube or online. They may have one, but why not do it with someone live and personal? Not personal, but live. As you can tell, that's a beginner, not an expert. So I have my quart size already did. It says you do not need the lids, and you're supposed to fill the bottom. And let me show you how the bottom looks. We're going to put that right there, and hopefully you can see. I'm going to try to do it without having to keep switching the camera around. So you have to fill the thing up to the top of this here. So I did start off putting a little water in it already. So I have another cup of water right here that I'm going to pour. Hopefully I don't make a super mess to try to get to that level. And I hope you can see what I'm doing. Okay, I guess I need some more water. So I'm finna fill that up. And they do prefer you not to use hot water. Use pretty much not cold water, but they want you to use this thing kind of deep. I think I got it. Yeah. So I'm gonna put a little more. So okay. So you put the water at the bottom. I just did that. You want to put it at the rim of the canning rack, okay? Then you want to sit 4 quart size water bottles, not water bottles, but mason jars. You do not have to have the lids, okay? And doing this at the beginning helps calibrate your steam canner. So we have that done. Then I'm assuming you put the lid on. Here's the lid, and it is it do have the the gauge. So my lid is on, and you're supposed to turn. It didn't say exactly like on your stove what to turn it on to do, but they want you, because you're trying to get it to the right pressure. So I'm going to turn my stove on high. They say it will take about 20 to 45 minutes to come up to full temperature and complete the test. So let me go over those directions again. It says follow the canning instructions on page 10, except skip steps 3 and 4 and use only 4-quart jars filled with water. The jars do not need lids. The 4 jars simulate the content of your canner, in actual, but enable it to get up to temperature quickly. So go to page 10. The first thing, the number 1 says place the rack in water pan with flat side up. Fill the water pan with approximately 2.5 quarts of water. The water should be level with the top of the jar rack. So that's that flat piece that I showed you. Okay, then don't worry about 3 and 4. That's just by preheating water. So it say place your prepared jars on the canning rack. It will hold 7 quarts or 8 pints. Place the lid on the water pan so the vent hole is towards the back. Uh-oh. Did I do that? I did that. I checked. And let's see. That's where you can read the indicator knob. I got that done. Okay. Okay, Jesus. Got it. Then make sure you know which zone you're in according to your altitude. So I do know what that is. If you do not, contact your local extension office. Did it tell you to see the troubleshooting if you have an issue? Turn your burner up so the water comes to a vigorous boil. So I have mine on 9, but I'm going to go ahead and turn it all the way on high. And start the process time when the needle reaches the maximum point as recorded from the temperature indicator test on page 9. Be sure your processing time is from an approved canning guide to ensure you have a safe finished product. The processing time for steam canning are the same as water bath canning. Okay, so then we went through that step. Got that. For best results, this test should be repeated each year before you begin your canning. Note any changes in the indicator reading from the prior year. This test will also need to be done each time your canner is used in a new location, as elevation change will cause the indicator to read differently. Replacement indicators are available at, and it tells you the website. So when you hear the let me show you how they look first before we go on. Trying to read while I'm on video, I feel weird, guys. Okay, so I have everything in the canner. And remember, this is a steam canner. This is not a water bath canner. So I have the lid on. It's a little hole in the back on your lid. And I'm going to try to turn it around so you can see it really good. So that's right now, that's how it should look. The indicator knob, I'm trying to get it. Let me see. I'm gonna have to turn it around because I feel really crazy trying to show y'all that way. Okay. So the indicator knob, you should be, when you look at it, it should look like this, facing you. If it's not facing you, then that means you have the lid wrong, and you have to be careful because I'm going to show you why. If you have it like this, you see that hole right there? That hole should be facing the opposite way, because once it starts steaming, that steam is going to be coming out, and you don't want to get burnt. So it tells you this you should not have this here facing you. So that should be in the back. So we're going to turn it back around safely. Okay. Let me turn this here like this and turn it like that. Okay. So I wanted to make sure those handles was on the side and not all any kind of way. So we got our burner on high. So what we want to do is we're going to it's going to take about 20 to 45 minutes for it to actually start boiling. And your jars are inside. We've seen that. And once it starts hissing, then we want to start turning our burner, our temperature on our stove down until this here particular knob indicator right here regulates into that green. Now, my altitude is in the blue. I'm in the 0 to 1,000 altitude. Somebody may be into the second zone, which I think is like 1,000 to 300 altitude. And somebody may be into the 3,000 and above. So it tells you your zone by color. I'm in the blue. Someone may be in the yellow. And someone may be in the really, really light yellow. Let me see if I turn this other light. I don't know if you can see that. Okay. It really is 3 different colors. So you have a blue, a dark yellow, and then you have a light yellow. Just like that green is dark green and light green. Well, that's how that yellow is when you seen it in person. This is a brand new steamer. It's never been used. This is the first time I've used it. I've never had one before. So hopefully I can actually get this calibrated the correct way. I've never done it. So pretty much we're doing this together. And I will be back once it starts boiling. And it is 2:42 at my time, Central Time. And we're going to see how long it takes for it to actually start boiling. And then I'll be back.